everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Let's take a look at Dallas. They're still holding tough in that 5th position, still trying to climb the ladder.
Well, I think for Los Angeles, they're a great team in the 3rd spot. And when you're a top 3 team in this league, you've got a shot at the title. So they got to be happy with their position.
And now the Lakers starting group. You've got Holiday. Holmgren is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Doncic in at the point. And for Dallas, Harrison Barnes is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Sabonis in at the 5. So the Lakers win the tip. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
Banked in off the glass. McDaniels got 5.
And that's the right decision when you've got a smaller man on you.
Pass to Barnes. Kuzma outside. Sabonis' screen on Doncic. And the slam dunk by Sabonis.
And such a smart player. Sabonis knows just where to set that screen so he can then get open as the roller.
Now here is Holiday. Now Zubac goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Sabonis kicks to Barnes. Young for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Fast break, Dallas. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
And good defensive possession leads to Mitchell's hoop. Like all great scorers, Spida looking to get out in the open floor.
And, Greg, we saw some turnover this summer on the Mavs training staff.
Yes, some talk of internal disagreements in that department. The importance of great teamwork in this league, not just limited to the players in the locker room.
And here's Young after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Sabonis' screen on Doncic. Sabonis' shot is off. LA's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Kuzma outside. Young sets a screen for Kuzma. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, these days, interior offense takes great determination and discipline.
Outside Holiday. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Doncic, and he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Kuzma passes to Young, and here is Mitchell. Dallas, no good that time either. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked him what lessons he's learned from studying tape on Luka Doncic, and Coach told me, well, one thing is you can't force him into anything. Luka plays at the pace that he wants to play at and goes where he wants to go on the floor. But we can try and take away his options, and that should present some obstacles for him. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Moody's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. So it's the Mavericks now, down by 15. Sabonis' screen on McDaniel. To the inside. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And the defense so concerned with Mitchell in the two-man game. That opens things up for others. Nice find.
Holmgren outside. And it's good for two.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
For Dallas, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Barnes looking around. Young finds Sabonis. Clock at 6. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 15. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
And here is Moody. After Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Young for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 5.
Yeah, well, Trae Young saw a 3 made on the other end of the floor, and he came right back with a quick response.
The 3 for Doncic. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And here's Young. He's got 5. Connects from three-point range.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Dallas making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Trae Young on top.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Here is Conley. Pass to Nesmith.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
It's rebounded by Dallas. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
A lot of people think you shoot much better at home, but if you really look at the league-wide stats, it's only about 2 to 3 percentage points different on average.
Now Clark following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Jones against Mitchell. On the basket by Jones.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Mavericks trail by 17. Now, here's Mitchell. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Out to the right wing. Mitchell with the steal. Pass to Moody. Mitchell against Turner. Mitchell kicks to Barnes. Drummond dishes to Barnes. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Kept alive. The kick out to Young. He takes it in. Tries yet again. And the layup is up and in. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night. Lakers leading by 15. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Conley. Good defensive work there by Young.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Drummond with a screen on Conley. Young for 3. That one, no good. It's been all about Luka Doncic for L.A. He went on an aerial 3-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
Sabonis is out there with Miller. Then there's Moody. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Pritchard in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
Greg, last season, the Lakers exceeded expectations by winning 50 games and finishing third in the West.
They went on quite a run after acquiring Luka Doncic, but they were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. And as we know, this is an organization judged on championship success.
Now here's Jones, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Conley finds Jones. Conley sets a screen for Jones. Pulls up on the elbow. Miller grabs the miss.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Now here's McCollum. Still yet to score. From the arc. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A tireless rebounder. Sabonis gives his team an edge on the glass.
Here's Conley. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Holmgren. Fires the three. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Miller. Karis LeVert comes in for Moses Moody. Young is subbed in for Pritchard. The Lakers also with a sub. Doncic is checked in for Mike Conley. Mavericks trail by 18. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That is his first foul of the game. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin. Believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is. I promise you that.
Now Turner following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Doncic against Kuzma. A nice shot by Doncic. Doncic has got 18 points in the game.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The wide open look here for Kuzma. Dallas, no good that time either. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Yeah, that's the kind of performance you're going to try to build on. Now they have to find a way to replicate that success.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. The three for Doncic. Kuzma pulls it in.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Mavericks trail by 20. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
That free throw, no good.
Hey, look, make no mistake about it. Trae Young is an elite offensive force in this league. A guy who can single-handedly carry an offense.
Drummond's checked in for the Mavericks. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Trendon Watford. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Turner. McDaniels comes in for Nesmith. And it's Drew Holiday in for Herbert Jones. Now, here's Doncic. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
McDaniels with the ball. He's guarded by McCollum. Los Angeles with another miss. Mitchell outside. Over Holiday. Dallas, no good that time either. Lakers leading by 19. Doncic passes to Zubac. Holmgren with the bounce pass. Zubac with the screen for McDaniel. Good work there as it goes. McDaniel's got 7 points in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Back to Young for the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Well, this is one of the most fearless perimeter shooters in this league. Trae Young has the ultimate green light.
The three for Doncic. That one misses. He has made 7 of his 9 field goal attempts. Cullen passes to Kuzma. Now Young.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Mitchell in the corner. Puts up a 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Kuzma. Offline with his 3.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
And Holiday kicks to Doncic. No good on the triple.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Young outside. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second quarter. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's McDaniels. Basket counts. And that's now 9 points for Jaden McDaniel.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Now, here is Young. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And he was outstanding getting to the line and converting.
Now Holiday after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Mitchell against Doncic. Over Mitchell. And that one's good. Doncic. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Young taking his time here. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Los Angeles on top, running away with this one. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Thanks so much, guys. Zoo, a strong first half for this team. What was the mindset that gave you guys the lead?
We just have to be ourselves, just be ourselves, move the ball, play the unselfish, and we're going to get ourselves on offense.
Stay true to you, guys.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
You look at Los Angeles, when you come out rocking with 2 straight wins, you're feeling good.
Yeah, got to keep that out of your head, though. Each game presents a new challenge.
And turning now to the game we've been watching, Luka Doncic has been lighting it up.
You can tell Luka has a great mind for the game. Sees all the holes in the defense. Knows just how to exploit them, too.
You know what? It's like he's gone shopping at the offensive end. He's browsing, picking out stuff, putting...
And that concludes half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
So much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
And on the floor for J.J. Redick as we get into the second half. You've got Luka Doncic. Ivica Zubac is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. Barnes passes to Sabonis. Young outside. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
Kuzma against Doncic. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Kuzma.
And good things happen when you keep your head up like Kuzma did there.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. McDaniels dishes to Holmgren. Outside Holiday. Drills it from outside. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
For 3, Mitchell. A rebound by the Lakers.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
And checking out the numbers for Young. Last season, he played outstanding and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. For Dallas, they've got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's the floater. Sabonis, the basket good, off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Holmgren kicks to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The offensive rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Barnes passes to Kuzma. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Inside, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And GA, you look at the numbers for Sabonis, they're historic. But how would you surround him to make a deep run?
Well, I might try to pair him with another rim protector. Sabonis is a nice focal point offensively, but he's not a big-time shot blocker.
Young against McDaniel. Holiday surveying the floor. Holmgren sets the screen for Doncic. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Kuzma passes to Sabonis. Now, here is Young, guarded by Holiday. Taken away by Holiday. And here's the fast break. Here's McDaniels. It's rebounded by Dallas. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Go the other way. First team foul.
Moody's checked in for Dallas.
Number 4, Moses Moody.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. For 3, Mitchell doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice defense from McDaniel.
Well, he has yet to put points on the board, and his team is hurting because of it.
You want a high percentage take offensively, get it to Holmgren in that spot.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games." Trophy. Kevin?
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for the Lakers. Herbert Jones comes in for Drew Holiday. Jones with it. Holmgren with a screen on Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Here's Jones. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And the Mavericks call time here. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Domantas Sabonis is on top. Ivica Zubac, 4th.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. And so Nesmith nails both of them. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Mitchell looking it over. Back to Young. To the inside. Here's Sabonis. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Sabonis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
Pass to Turner. Lakers working the ball around now. And again, the Lakers no good. The Mavericks shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Hands it from downtown.
Well, he is so effective on ball, we know that. But Young is also a great shooter off the catch.
1:22 left in the third. Doncic against Young. And it's Doncic missing. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Young, and it's sent back by Turner.
No, sir. Try someone else. Turner is an elite rim protector.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And you know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against a talent of his caliber.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Miller's checked in for Barnes. McCollum comes in for Mitchell. And it's Pritchard in for Trae Young. Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Lakers. Sabonis, high post. He's against Turner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with Sabonis' size, he's such a challenge to defend, and they're turning some sloppy defense into an opportunity at the line.
Free throw good, Sabonis.
And like his dad back in the day, DeMontis has an innate ability to process and make quick decisions.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kuzma's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Thibault's checked in. And Sabonis drops them both. For Los Angeles, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And it's Thibault in the corner. Jones looking for an opening. Sinks the triple. Jones has got 5. So it's the Mavericks now. Kuzma outside. The Trae doesn't go for it. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
We're not talking to each other. Offensively or defensively, let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Drummond. Trae Young is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now Moody. Young for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
Conley, the pass to Nesmith. To the middle. Wants to get it to Turner and does. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Young pass to Moody. It's McCollum on the wing. Here's Kuzma. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It's such a determined scorer. When challenging the defense, Kuzma won't take no for an answer.
Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Conley's shot is off. Dallas shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. A nice shot by Young.
Well, if you're a fan of Trae Young, you have loved all of this. What a night he's had.
Outside Turner. Back to Conley. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Mavericks have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Pass to Kuzma. Now here's McCollum. Young for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Los Angeles leading by 21. Outside Conley to the right side. Here's Jones. Pass to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Again, Conley missing.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Moody the pass to Young. Back to Moody. Off target with his three.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Now, Neesmith. Conley with the screen on Kuzma. To the paint. Trying to end the drought. The Mavericks pull it in. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Moody. And here is Drummond. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent.
It's called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. On the Mavericks with some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Barnes comes in for Moody. And it's Mitchell in for Trae Young. Howard's checked in for the Lakers. And that one misses.
I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
Good on the second free throw. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And here is Conley. Pass to Jones. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by McCollum. Mavericks trail by 20. Barnes outside. Now, here's Mitchell. Here's the three. Drops in the tray. Mitchell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And they seem to have found something out there. I like the confidence they're playing with.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Back to Mitchell. Launches a 3. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
McCollum against Conley. And the 3 misses. Here are the Mavericks. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Barnes against Jones. Off the screen, slicing inside for 2.
And solid screen there from Sabonis. So good at just creating separation for his guys.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. 13-point lead. Now Holmgren. Holiday. Knocks down the three.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Well, that's what you're trying to do offensively. Get a shot close to the rim.
Lakers leading by 14. Doncic. Oh, and that crossover was nasty.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Now Kuzma rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Now Doncic. Doncic with a screen for McDaniel. Holmgren. Oh, great touch off the pass.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Young against Holiday. Rebounded by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Doncic outside. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Lakers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade. And I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Now Turner. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. That one is good. And here are the Lakers. A 12-point game. It's Turner. Good! Lays it right in there.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group?
Yeah, I'm here with Miles.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.